with you.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, you're great.
Okay. Thank you. So, as I was just introduced, my name is Samantha. I am the ASB President of the San Diego School of Creative and Performing Arts. So, just jumping into it for my report, I'd like to kind of talk a little bit about how distance learning / returning to school has gone for me personally. And keeping it 100% transparent, this year has been honestly really, really hard for me. Like many other students, this is not the ideal environment that I am able to learn in, not one that I flourish in, but I understand that this is a very tough year for everyone, like students, teachers, faculty, and we're all just trying our best to get through something that no one else has ever had to do before. So when speaking to my fellow students about it, at least more near the beginning of the school year, the talk kind of made them a little nervous, a little worried that we weren't ready to go back yet. More than anything, we want to be safe about it, keep everyone's safety number one. But because I speak for all of the students, I know that I needed to voice that out. However, the current transition into the hybrid schedule has been going pretty smoothly for the kids that are returning to school. A little about the situation with communicating with teachers during this year was also kind of difficult. I've had some wonderful teachers who have remained very patient with students during online learning, but at the same time, I've also had to handle teachers who assign a little bit more workload on students than regular school years. So I just do my best to communicate with my teachers about what I have going on outside of school, just so that we can reach a certain understanding, which I found has been going really great for me. So moving on, in order to help students communicate more with each other, my ASB has been doing our best to achieve as much student outreach work as we can this year. So in the beginning of the school year, one of my ASB committees executed a student linking program, and that kind of just helped students meet different kind of people to just stay connected through this year. It's very easy to feel lonely going to school like through your laptop. So that was one of our main focuses. Our class cabinets have also been hosting online class meetings, just like in a regular school year. In addition to that, there are also online bonding days planned as well, whether it's as simple as putting on a movie for the students on Zoom for everyone to watch, or playing online games together. So we've also been able to do things like online spirit weeks, student takeovers on social media, and we even had very successful middle school bonding days hosted by our very own middle school ASB, because my high school is also a middle school. So we try our best to make sure they feel included. Also, because we are very limited in our resources this year in regards to publicizing information and kind of keeping that connection from ASB to the student body strong, we knew we couldn't just keep all of the information on social media, because all students obviously don't have, Instagrams and stuff like that. So our ASB decided to revamp our previously unused ASB website. It is now fully functional, informational. It has links, contact information, resources, and stuff like that. Lastly, our ASB committees were also able to launch a brand new student podcast named The Surface, which is available to everybody through YouTube. And I'm always so impressed by the production and the effort put into this podcast. And I believe it's a great way to kind of keep students in the know of what's still happening at school. And so despite everything I just talked about, what I am especially proud of for my ASB is the way that we have been able to stay motivated to do the kind of work that we do, even in the circumstances that we've been given, and how we still do our best to try to be there for the students. Because like I said, it's really easy to feel lonely, like going to school and you see a bunch of gray boxes. So we just try our best to make sure students know that it's not just them. And so after a long year of just changes and struggles, I'm proud of what my team and I were able to accomplish during this global pandemic. Thank you.
Really fantastic, Samantha. Great report. And just, we know what a tight-knit community SCPA always is. And it sounds like you just did such great work to keep that community strong and together as students struggled with that. So thank you. And Samantha, we always put our ASB presidents on the spot at this time of year. So can you tell us what your plans are for next year?
Well, I'm actually a senior, so I am graduating in like 2 months. But what we're doing right now is actually completing our ASB election process. So we're actually getting the new team of ASB together. I already have someone I know will be a great ASB president. She's focusing on keeping the community as close as it has been these past few years, but also working towards reaching the disabled student population, because we notice that there's not much inclusivity around that population. So I believe that's something she really wants to target, and I support her 100% on it, because I have also recognized that there hasn't been much student outreach in that part of our campus. So I'm very proud. I'm very excited to see what they're going to come up with next year.
Well, and that speaks so highly of you to be so excited about the folks who are coming up after you. But Samantha, we were also asking you personally, what are your plans for next year?
In terms of college and all of that, I'm actually planning on attending the Southwestern Community College for about 2 years.
Yep.
Just while the COVID dies down, and then planning on transferring to a university, hopefully UCI, my dream school. But yeah.
Oh, well, that's so great. Well, congratulations, Samantha. Great report.
Thank you for the opportunity and giving students voice representation in boards of education meetings.
We've got some powerful student voice that's been happening over this year. So thank you, Samantha. And Austin,